morning again, everyone. I'm Jennifer O'Connor, CEO of Elan Elite Body Development and award-winning studio, Elan Yoga. I'm thrilled to be here this morning with all of you and to share my story as an entrepreneur and small business success story. In 2010, I decided to leave my job. I was an athletic trainer at School of the Holy Child in Rye, and I decided I wanted to venture out onto my own and do exclusive in-home private training. And kind of a hard decision to come to. But once I made the decision, I thought, this is the greatest thing ever. I went right to Facebook and I changed my status to permanent flip-flop vacation. I thought I was going to have all the time in the world. I was going to be sailing around, making my own schedule, and how come everybody else wasn't doing this? Well, little did I know, as Liam was just describing, that entrepreneurs typically work about 80 hours per week in order to prevent working a 40-hour full-time job with benefits. And I heard that from my mentor. But what I did realize after putting in so much time and so much effort is that if you really love what you do, you can make a big impact. And so another point is you never have to worry about getting fired. So business began to grow, and I had to learn some new skills: marketing, sales, organization, operations, and one of the biggest things was learning how to ride the wave. So sometimes business goes really high, and then all of a sudden business comes really low, and you're at home and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to survive? But usually another wave comes back in and you can come up, and so just over time you learn to handle that. So at one big wave, I was riding the wave, my schedule was full of clients, and I suddenly realized I'm the only one in the business, my schedule is full, and there's no room for growth here, so I'm about tapped out. This is as far as my business can go. So in 2014, I was walking in downtown Rye with my dog, and I stumbled upon this beautiful space that was for rent. So I inquired, and I didn't really have a plan. This wasn't part of my forecast, but it was a charming studio surrounded by gardens. There's a gazebo outside, plenty of natural light, and I fell in love. So my husband came, saw the space. We did a quick analysis of the numbers, a little bit of a business plan, and what I really did was listen to my gut. So my gut said, just do it. I don't know how, I don't know why, but this is something that you should do. Maybe there's opportunity. So we signed the lease. That night in bed, my breath, I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. And I said, what the hell have you done? How are you going to generate revenue to pay the rent, to pay the bills, and to now acquire a whole new pool of clients and students to come to your yoga studio? So I learned quickly again that if you're passionate and if you keep your mind focused, you can make big things happen. So we opened up the doors. I had my first class, and nobody came. And then the second class, and nobody came. And still nobody comes, but just kidding. But little by little, we began to build a base. And so there's so many things to learn. As Jennifer explained earlier, social media has been a huge impact for me in the community, in reaching even different, like Rye Moms, Instagram. It's just amazing. I feel that we're in an age where this is an asset. Marketing doesn't have to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. We can pay to, as the woman mentioned earlier, she boosted her post, which isn't that much money, and received 9,000 organic likes. So the one thing that I've learned from my business, right, so, and I'm always thinking, so as an entrepreneur, I go to sleep and I'm thinking about my business, how to market, how to get the next client, what to do, I wake up, I'm thinking what to do, how to do it, new ideas, creativity. But the biggest thing that I've learned is how to nurture my existing clients, right? So instead of looking for the next 100 clients, I've learned that I take the ones who come every day or maybe every week, and I make it the best possible experience for them at a studio, adding little extra touches, listening to people, and the benefits are just amazing. When people feel special, when you listen to them, when they feel cared for, they can be your biggest marketing resource. They're going to go out and they're going to tell everyone that they know all about you and your business and their experience. So at the studio, we do private sessions. We offer classes and special workshops. As I mentioned, I have some new roles, social media, management. My husband helps run, take care of the books and also gives me business advice. And so the idea of generating more income was appealing to me. As I mentioned, I was at a ceiling, I capped myself off. So I began to hire quality teachers. And I quickly learned that just because a teacher is high quality, they may be the most personal, outstanding, greatest teacher ever, doesn't mean that they have ambition and that they're going to try to fill their classes and bring in new students and help the studio grow. On the flip side of that coin is the teacher who is a little too ambitious. So they look at your space and they say, I'm going to take over this space and I'm going to run the studio. And so I was at a little bit of, I don't know, I had never done this before. So this is where SCORE has really been crucial, and this was a pivotal point. And my mentors are Natasha and Tom, and they helped me learn how to manage people, how to bring out the best in my teachers, and have the teachers coming up with ideas so that we grow as a team, so that everybody feels they're on board, as well as keep an eye out for people who are overly ambitious and how to manage those people. So this was a tough lesson. We had about 15 classes a week with no profit. And so now I've invested, I have to look at the teachers, I have to redo the whole schedule. But now we've cut down to 8 classes and we're making a profit. So our success continues to grow, and last year we generated 30% more revenue at the yoga studio with a profit, and we continue to gain new clients every day. I've learned how to be a successful leader and a confident CEO with a smile. Thank you.